Section 5.2, multiplication of polynomials. Remember the rule of multiplying two exponents, provided what? You have the same letter here or same numbers but different powers. Then the answer would be what? X to the power of m plus n. In other words, you would put one of the x's down and you would just add the numbers. For instance, up here, if I was asked to multiply 6x squared by negative 2x cubed, first I would multiply the coefficients, which is negative 12. Then I would multiply the exponents, which is x to the power of 2 plus 3, which is 5. In this problem, first you multiply 3 by 4, you get 12. Then you multiply the x's. Remember, if a variable doesn't have a power, that means it's power of 1. You don't see it by default. So this would be x to the power of third power. And y doesn't have a power here, so it's 1. 1 plus 6 gives you 7. So the answer is 12x cubed y to the 7. Remember, this only works for numbers. Suppose I was asked to multiply, let's say, 3 to the power of 2 by 3 to the power of 4. Did you know the answer is 3 to the power of 2 plus 4, which is 3 to the power of 6, right? So let's do a few examples and go from there. Negative 5 times 9 is negative 45. X times x to the 4 is x to the 5th. Y to the 4 times y to the 6. You add the powers, you get 10. So the answer is negative 45, x to the 5th, y to the 10. What am I doing? I'm adding the powers of the variables and I'm multiplying the coefficients. So that's a multiplication of two monomials. What if I have a monomial and a trinomial? Well, you just have to distribute, correct? Like so. Okay, 3x cubed times 3x squared is 9x to the 5th. 3x cubed times 2y is 6x cubed y. 3x cubed times negative 10 is negative 30x cubed. Final answer. Do you all see it? This guy is also monomial times what? Trinomial. Then again, we distribute. However, I have a fractional what? Coefficient. So don't panic. There is no need for LCD. LCD is only when you add or subtract fractions with unlike denominators. For multiplication and division, I don't need LCD. So what is this? This is half of 4, which is 2. X squared times x to the 5th is x to the 7. Y to the 1st times y squared is y cubed plus. Half of 3 is 3 halves. Then I got to multiply the x's, which is x squared times x is x to the 3rd, and the y goes for the right. Finally, half of 7, which is what? 7 over 2. X squared goes for the right, but y times y squared gives you what? Y cubed. Final answer. Super easy sections, guys. Okay, so now what if I have multiplication of binomials, two binomials? Either you have to do it by FOIL, which you all know that stands for first, order, inner, last. But you don't have to, which it's up to you if you're kind of familiar with this and that's how you used to do it back in wherever you took algebra at. So more power to you. I'll just distribute. I just go 7x times these two. Then I come back and what? Distribute the 1. 7x times 8x, that's what? 56x squared. And this, I think, is 5. So 7x times 5 is 35x. Then I do distribute the 1. 1 times 8x is 8x. 1 times 5 is 5. Is that right? So then I look for like terms to combine. So that's 56x squared plus what? 43x plus 5. The final answer. Please do not attempt what? To solve for what? X. Is that right? These are not what? Equations. So moving along, what if I have binomials, but my luck, one of the coefficient is fraction? Don't panic. So distribute the 1/2 x by these two and come back and distribute these 2y by the same two expressions. So half of 2 is 1, but x times x is x squared. 1/2 times 1/3, believe it or not, is 1/6. You just multiply what? The tops and multiply the bottoms. There is no need for LCD. xy. So we're done with this guy. Now do the same thing for 2y. 2 times 2 is 4 xy, minus 2 times what? 1/3 is what? 2/3. So that will be 2/3 y times y is y squared. However, I need to what? Combine the middle terms. In other words, now you need LCD because you're adding. When it comes to multiplication or division, we don't need what? LCD. But when it comes to addition or subtraction, we do need LCD, correct? So now, that's if they don't have the same denominator. Lowest common denominator is 6. This guy stays the same, but this guy will be 24. My guess is the answer is 23/6. So that would be x squared, what? Plus 23/6 xy minus 2/3 y squared. Final answer. Do you all see it? Now I have a binomial multiplying by a trinomial. No problem. Just take the x, distribute by these three terms. When you're done, come back and take the 3 and do the same thing. So what do I get? 2x cubed minus x squared minus 2x squared minus x squared minus 8x, correct? Now do the 3. 6x squared minus 3x minus 24. Look for like terms and combine. So I get 2x cubed, what? Plus 5x squared minus what? 11x minus 24. Box the answer. Once again, do not attempt to solve for x. These are not equations, correct? Here, you have a 4-term polynomial and a what? Binomial. When it comes to multiplication, did you know you can what? Reverse the order and it wouldn't put any dent in your final answer. In other words, you can write this guy first times this. But you could also what? Keep it as is. It doesn't matter. So first you take the 2x and distribute it by these 4 terms. Then you take the -1 and distribute it by these terms. The beauty of multiplying polynomials is you can tell ahead of time how many terms you're going to come up with before you simplify your final answer. Keep in mind, this is a 4-term polynomial. Okay. This guy is a binomial, so it's 2-term. 2 times 4, I should come up with 8 terms when I'm done with this distribution. Once I remove the parentheses, before I combine it, that is, I should come up with 8 terms, 4 times 2. So what is this? This is 2x to the 4 plus 6x cubed minus 10x squared minus 12x. Okay, I got 4. I need 4 more to go because I should come up with a total of 8 terms. Now I do the -1. So that's -x3, -x cubed, -3x squared, positive x, 5x, and positive 6. Notice I have a total of 8 terms, as I was supposed to. Here, you had 2 terms and 3 terms. 2 times 3 gives you 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. Do you see it? 6 terms. So that's the beauty of polynomials. You can tell ahead of time how many terms you're going to come up with the minute you remove the parentheses before you simplify. Okay, look for like terms. That's 2x to the 4. These guys are like, so that I have 5 of these. These guys are like. I got -13 of those. Okay, these guys are like, I got -7 of these guys. Then there is this number guy, which is, or constant, which is what? 6. So therefore, what you see inside the box is my final answer. Sometimes, even though they might say multiply, but you don't see anything which is going to be multiplied by something else. So you see an exponent. Remember, in the land of mathematics, exponent is multiplication. In other words, did you know this is the same as 2x minus y times itself twice, because the power is 2. So this is binomial times binomial, so I'm expecting to come up with what? 4 terms when I remove the parentheses. Distribute the 2x, so you get 4x squared minus 2xy. Now distribute the negative y, you get negative 2xy plus y squared. Keep in mind, 2xy is exactly the same as 2yx. It doesn't matter. So when it is multiplication, okay, or addition, the order doesn't matter, correct? When it's addition, x plus y is the same as y plus x. So these are identical statements. All right, then notice I promise I'm going to come up with 4 terms. I did 1, 2, 3, 4. But these guys combine, so I get 4x squared minus 4xy plus y squared. Final answer. You all see it? Then we got what? Let's say, one more multiplication, which I'd like to show you guys how to do it. I don't have it, I apologize, but here it goes. Suppose now we call this number 9, suppose. And now let's say we have x minus 2 cubed. And the question is, once again, multiply. So your reaction might be, what am I multiplying, right? Well, did you know this is like x minus 2 times itself 3 times? Sometimes students have the impression the answer here is x cubed minus 8. That's not true. Check this out. You got 2 terms here, 2 terms here, 2 terms here. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2, you got to come up with 8 terms when all the parentheses are removed. So this cannot be the correct answer. So how do I do this? The way I do it, I keep the first parentheses as is. I multiply the last 2, so I get x squared minus 2x plus 4. Then I combine these guys, so I get x minus 2 times x squared minus 4x plus 4. Now I distribute the x's, x, then I distribute the negative 2. So I get x cubed minus 4x squared plus 4x minus 2x squared plus 8x minus 8. Notice I'm coming up with more terms as if I was going to write this answer, which is definitely the wrong answer. Do you see it? So the final answer is x cubed. Then I combine these guys, I get negative 6 of those. Then I combine these guys, I get 12 of those, then minus 8. So clearly you can see x cubed minus 8 is the wrong answer. Thank you.